cameras both on the front and on the back. Today at an event in Shanghai, China, Oppo has finally taken the wraps off the much-leaked R9s and R9s Plus. The two handsets are successors for the R9 and R9 Plus, which were unveiled this March. While the original R9 had a 13MP camera on the back and a 16MP unit on the front, and the R9 Plus went with a pair of 16MP sensors. This time around, every single camera on the R9s and R9s Plus is 16MP. That makes things easy to remember. The rear unit for both phones has f/1.7 aperture, electronic image stabilization in the R9s and optical image stabilization in the R9s Plus, 4K video capture support, and a LED flash. The selfie snapper, on the other hand, has to make do with an f/2.0 aperture. The Oppo R9s has a 5.5-inch 1080p touchscreen with 2.5D curved Gorilla Glass 5. The Qualcomm Snapdragon 625 chipset with Adreno 506 GPU, 4GB of RAM, 64GB of expandable storage via a hybrid dual SIM slot, a fingerprint scanner on the front, and a 3010 mAh battery with VOOC fast charge. It runs Android 6.0.1 Marshmallow with ColorOS 3.0 on top. Its dimensions are 153 x 74.3 x 6.58 mm, and it weighs 145 g. Oppo says the R9s has 1.66mm side bezels and a 77.5% screen-to-body ratio. On the other hand, the R9s Plus is bigger, coming with a 6-inch 1080p touchscreen with 1.78mm side bezels and a 79% screen-to-body ratio. This model is powered by Qualcomm's recently announced Snapdragon 653 Social, aided by 6GB of RAM and 64GB of storage, once again expandable through a hybrid dual SIM microSD slot. The R9s Plus has a 4000 mAh battery. Its dimensions are 163.63 x 80.8 x 7.35 mm, and it weighs 185 g. The rest of its specs are identical to the R9s. Both phones can receive a charge that's good for 2 hours of talk time in just 5 minutes plugged in. For both, the rear camera features Sony's IMX398 sensor with dual focus that's 40% faster than phase detection autofocus. The devices have redesigned antenna lines on the back. Instead of one thick line, we now get 3 separate 0.3mm wide ones, making for an overall sleeker look. This also lets Oppo increase the proportion of metal in the R9s to a whopping 98.8%. The R9s will become available in China on October 28 for $2,799 China yuan, $415 or €378 at the current exchange rates. It will be offered in black, gold, and rose gold. The R9s Plus will set you back $3,499 China yuan when it goes on sale in December. That's $519 or €473. The R9 was sold outside of China as the Oppo F1 Plus, but it's still unclear if the R9s will transform into an F1S Plus for international markets. Thank you for watching. See you next time.